it was enough for a kill on the BQB. I'm not so sure that Boston can retake, maybe. Yeah, looking like they can now. So it doesn't look like the Florida Mayhem are going to hold on to this one for too long.
Yeah, but they are going to get the free percent basically for muscling them off the point. And they're able to force out that Blizzard. So Florida Mayhem get at least something out of this fight before Boston flips it. Ultimate.
Florida Mayhem coming in, even ults on both sides. Yeah, a little bit of net for Florida. We'll see. Supercharger down.
Yeah, watch out for the defense matrix here because that Blizzard from Mayhem could be huge.
Could be. Kellex, oh, taken out by Gargoyle, self-destruct. Kellex, wrong place, wrong time. Chris gets a knock-up onto Persia as well, and Florida Mayhem comes steamrolling back on the point. It should be a pretty easy retake.
I mean, that was just fantastic value from this self-destruct. We talked about how much Gargoyle has been an upgrade for
with some ultimates to try to retake. Here comes the self-destruct coming in from Blase, but no kills out of that one right now. Blizzard does come down from Stellar. They've got the Lucio ultimate to contest. It's BQB taken out, and that does not look... Oh, he faded away. Rough moment there for Hagapin, but he actually got out. Doesn't matter, though, as Boston Uprising gonna retake with ease.
Yeah, BQB held onto that Blizzard for such a long time that Stellar was able to go ahead and build another one.
98, 99, looks like the contest does come in from Boston. They're able to get the Tracer back there just in time from Stellar, but now the fight comes in and Color Hex drops almost immediately. Self-destruct for Gargoyle, sound barrier used to absorb any of the damage that might end up connecting here. Gets back into his mech even, and there goes Blase's mech on the other side. Fusion's forced out despite the Coalescence coming in from Persia. And Florida Mayhem still standing strong for the moment here. They've got their own Coalescence a little bit later, in fact, which is great. Blizzard keeping everybody off there again. Dead Blossom from side player. Boston can't contest, and that is Florida Mayhem taking the first point here on Ilios.
Yeah, Florida Mayhem. Some of those fights. Fuse trying to stay alive. That's not going to happen with the supercharger there. They're not going to be able to contest. It's going to try and Pulse Bomb. Goes right on the barrier, though, so doesn't kill the Orisa.
I feel like Boston, even with the kill and side players, just delaying the inevitable. There's a Coalescence coming in. BQB dropping down. And more kills onto Boston. I don't think Diana's going to be able to contest too much.
Another
nano boost onto Diva. That's going to make it a lot more durable. This is one of the longest holds I think we've, or contests we've seen this season. It's getting kind of crazy from Boston. Shield from Risa goes down just in time. There goes Blase. Doesn't get back in the mech. And it's ticking away. There goes Kellex. And let it never be said that Florida Mayhem can be beaten 10 times in a row.
We're seeing that reflected in their overall win-loss.
Well, Boston kind of approaches point here. Stellar picks up the right click onto Chris. There's the headshot they were looking for. Fusion's a little bit low, and that May wall separating a little bit of the healing, but there goes Hagapin and Saya player Color Hex. He got mad. He got real mad. He's gonna come in and get a 3K, and that's a quick point A for Boston.
Most.
Oh, hi.
He's just going to get up here where Hagapin is on the high ground. That's going to be it. Great form side players low, so easy kill. But everyone was distracted there by the...
As you do now with the changes on the salt maps from a few weeks ago.
Very good wall to get presence on the point.
And Persia creating a little bit of space. And now Blase and Color Hex getting kills again. Color Hex just seems unstoppable here on Hanamura. And they're going to keep him alive. Nice heals from Persia. Great start with the Coalescence, and you're just walking up and healing, and that May is dealt with. Blizzard comes in from Boston as well. BQB died right as he used his. Wasn't able to really follow up. Here comes the ultimate, and Boston Uprising with an insanely fast take on Hanamura.
That was superb execution from Boston.
They getting closer. Color Hex over on the Hanzo now. Oh, nice shot on Hagapin. Gets pulled down, but up before he gets that headshot. Chase away, can't quite make it to the big health pack. And now Florida Mayhem slamming onto the point right now. Kellex's Immortality Field out of the way as well. Saya player, the Reaper, picking up the kills, finally gets frozen, but there's no one to follow up on the damage, and he Wraith forms the safety. Florida Mayhem taking point A just as fast, if not faster than Boston did it.
Yeah, lightning fast, and part of that was Color Hex.
Anyone, and that ultimate from BQB, Immortality Field down on the Boston side, and so is the person who spawned at Kellex taken out as well. Now the sound barrier for Florida Mayhem as they push forward, trying to get a better time than Boston had, and they are close. Hanzo ultimate comes through, and it doesn't look like Boston has any kind of defense at all on this point.
No, they're not.
What a slam.
They got to clean out the Immortality Field, but Florida Mayhem somehow might end up with a better time, and they will, just barely.
They may. We'll see how long the contest comes in. Not long enough. And by seconds, Florida Mayhem. They have for point B if they take A. The slow start. Here we go. Going in now with Persia's Coalescence. on that Moira. Dragon Strike coming through here through the amplification matrix. Kellex drops immediately. And there goes Fusion. Stellar responds with the kill via the Blizzard, but Blase gonna get demeched right away. Colorhex still gets one onto Gargoyle, but Saya player up high gets one onto Colorhex. He can't teleport to safety, and it looks like Florida's gonna hold for just a bit longer. Waiting for that health pack too.
Saya player's been such an issue for the Boston Uprising. He's been doing so much damage on this Hanzo, and he gets another kill onto Colorhex.
I mean, you couldn't have set that up any better, right? Saya player definitely an issue for the opponents. Gets 2 headshots immediately at the start of that. He's frozen. They did take down Gargoyle. Boston's still fighting it out. Maybe they can get people there with the respawns. And Colorhex there with the Reapers, so they're not out of their fight just yet. Stellar down. Saya player trying to solo carry. Colorhex gets one into Hagopen though, but BQB coming back. The DPS taking the wheel. Fake gets in on the action at the end, but it's going to be Florida Mayhem. Full holding, not allowing a single tick for nearly 5 minutes against Boston. Do some damage, Fake getting a little bit low. Maywall there, I was going to swap over to Saya player, and Boston Uprising trapped on side of the point. They're trying to defend. There goes Blaze's mech, and there goes Blase, and now Saya player right behind the Orisa. Fusions finally gets a kill on the Fate, but it's looking grim for Boston already. Fusion's down. Persia seems to be soon to follow. Kellex has the immortality field out to keep him up, but they got to get on the point. It's only 1 tick needed for Florida, and they take it. Boston can't even get there. And you don't really, it's a recharge comes in, Hagopen immediately finds the kill onto Blase. Dragon Strike coming through the Florida Mayhem side, but everybody gonna live there. Meanwhile, Gargoyle, misses the hook, but he comes in with the whole hog, Transcendence though, up from Persia. So Florida Mayhem struggling a little bit, and now Colorhex finds the kill on the Saya player. Fusions does drop, and Florida Mayhem again, finding the kill on the tank, and we'll see if they can turn it around to a fight. Looks like Chris about half health there. Florida Mayhem, and here we go. Blase, kill on the Gargoyle, and finally, the scales have been tipped in the Boston side. And they're gonna finally get the payload going, but man, it was about as close as it could be. Deep.
Strike come through here onto Florida, but that's not gonna do much.
Nope, they got the hook, they pulled in Stellar. He manages to back away, but that's a ton of damage coming through the Amp Matrix, plenty. Colorhex though responds with another 2 kills onto Chris and Fate, and that payload is continuing to move. Now, amplification matrix down again, and here comes a whole hog from Gargoyle, just trying to push people off of the payload. Can he get them off long enough for the overtime bar to tick down? It's so close, and they do it. Gargoyle putting that Roadhog ultimate to great use and just really preventing Boston from even getting back to the payload. Boston Uprising on the ropes already, pushed off the payload here. BQB down though, Colorhex again comes up the crucial pick. There's the hook onto Blase, but he gets out. Persia with one onto Chris. That's looking pretty good for Boston Uprising. It was a difficult position, but then Colorhex came through for them again.
Yeah, it was going to be tough there for Boston because when that wall went down.
Amplification matrices down for both teams. Blase taken out early. Hagopen again with the big pick. Definitely one of the best Zenyatas at finding those crucial picks just when his team needs them the most. Another kill on Fusion, but here comes the Blizzard. Hagopen doesn't have his Transcendence, used it already, but that seems to be okay because like you just mentioned, no damage for Boston Uprising right now. There goes Persia and Stellar. This payload is going to be rolling quite shortly.
The wall timings in this meta and the wall positioning have to be good, Doa, because if they're not, you end up...
But they're so close already. Maybe they can do it. Blase has the whole hog though, and they can just hide around the corner. Not worried about that. There's the freeze from the Blizzard. Oh no, and Kellex and Blase. Ooh, Blase coming close to dropping, but he doesn't. They turn it around. Blase drops in the end, but Boston Uprising seems like they can barely hold on here. From the side, and they're going to force Ice Block early from Stellar on this main. Now the Dragon Strike coming in from Colorhex. He's going to find Chris and BQB. The Transcendence not getting there just in time. Hagopen unable to save his teammate. Immortality field.
So, yeah, it's not there for the Dragon Strike now.
Could be a problem. Dragon Strike coming through. Supercharger down for Boston as they try to do a bit of extra damage. They drop the Blizzard right in the payload, and Blase walks forward with the whole hog and wholly eliminates 3 people from the fight. Florida Mayhem back to spawning now. They've got a lot of pressure on the Fusions, and they take him down. Boston Uprising on the ropes. Their season in jeopardy, and they've lost a tank and a healer. Colorhex trying to come back, but they focus him. They've taken out his health. They pushed him away, and he goes down. The last hope for Boston. Stellar eliminated as well, and despite the Blizzard, it's going to be Florida Mayhem eventually taking this map and taking this series. Boston Uprising eliminated from playoff contention. Florida Mayhem will take the series. Well, they go back and push. It's going to be the Transcendence coming in from Byram. As they jump back onto Boston, the Blizzard not doing a whole lot for BQB, but he's going to follow it up with a right click on the Stellar anyway. Now Blase interrupted during the whole hog, and he goes down. Byram finishing blow there, and they're going to hold this payload right where it's at. Kellick's down.
Continue this attack. Blizzard, that's a long-distance Blizzard.
Yeah, but it lands well, and Florida Mayhem scrambling a little bit. Chris Frozen, the Fortify from Karayan, keeping him alive for just a bit longer, but not too long. Zephyr comes back with Saya player for kills on the Kellick's and Stellar, though, and Boston Uprising again, thinking they have the fight won, but kind of feeding themselves into the wood chipper there. Ultimates for Florida on the other side. Supercharger. Here comes a Dragon Strike. Saya player has to dodge it, gets the lunge out there. Zephyr, whole hog through the Immortality Field and then through the rest of Boston as they have to fall back. Yeah, the damage. Can anyone even reach the payload? They do at the very end, but Byram fragging out on the Zenyatta and Florida Mayhem. It's all cleanup. It's all elementary. A strong hold, nearly a full hold from Florida. And it looks like Monte Cristo, it's going to be a 4-0 here.
Dragon Strike, luckily they had that Orisa barrier and the May wall. Not going to be follow-up, and they do get the pick.
Yeah, it's going to be a problem. Colorhex though responding right away with a kill into Chris. Every time you think Boston's in trouble, Colorhex comes in to try to bail them out. Blows being traded here, and once again, this will favor the Florida Mayhem. And they'll finally get that payload moving as soon as they realize. There we go, the Kellick's is back there. He's sneaky.
He is sneaky, but
use the Transcendent. Blizzard identifying that is the only way they can get close, but now the Blizzard is on the payload. Fusion's in trouble. Immortality Field goes down, and so does Fusion. And Florida Mayhem have found the ticket if they can just finish this fight to take the 4-0, and they've eliminated the tanks. That's step one. And here's the amplification matrix. Now Byram gets another one, and that is it. 4-0 for the Florida Mayhem.
And it was tough.